In this video, we are going to see about ancient Indian culture, what it consists of, and which are the sources to know ancient Indian culture. Hello, I'm Anand and welcome to Letstalkheritage. Here we will share some interesting aspects related to history, culture and heritage with you. And let's begin this journey by knowing about ancient Indian culture and moreover, which are the important sources to know more about it. Firstly, let's see what culture is. No, I'm not going to talk about definition of culture because it's quite complicated. But broadly, one can say that culture is everything created by humans around them in order to adapt to their surrounding. So when we consider this definition of culture, in ancient Indian culture, we study about ancient coins, ancient inscriptions, archaeology, science and technology, or ancient political or economic institutions, etc. We also study about the cultural interaction between ancient India and other continents like Europe, Africa, Asia, and also with Southeast Asia. Before we begin, we need to understand the geography of Indian subcontinent which shaped Indian history. While studying ancient India or for that matter ancient world, we need to look beyond the current political boundaries of the countries. Various geographical zones in South Asia didn't exist in isolation. People in various zones interacted with each other through different routes, mountains or rivers. As we know, the great mountain of Himalaya can be crossed at different passes, and a network of routes connected South Asia with Central Asia and China to one end and towards West Asia and up to Europe to the other end. Also, the long coastline of Indian subcontinent connected Indians with Persian Gulf or Africa to one end and towards Southeast Asia to the other end. So, which are the sources of ancient Indian culture and history? Many historians and archaeologists in 19th and 20th century have used different sources to reconstruct Indian history and culture. Artifacts, that is movable objects including coins, inscriptions or monuments, or for that matter works of arts, that is sculptures, tell us more about our culture and history. And these can be broadly divided into literary sources and archaeological sources. So let's see some of the important sources now. So which are the archaeological sources? Archaeological sources include different artifacts, that is different material or objects made by humans, which include objects of daily use, pottery, potsherds, inscriptions written on different material, coins, etc. The data gathered from these various sources, such as pottery, inscriptions, coins, etc., gives us the material context, which helps us to interpret how did the humans act. These objects tell us about the material used by them, and the symbols or icons used by the humans tell us how did they think. This was about the archaeological sources. Now let's see about the literary sources. Literary sources include all sorts of texts, written or oral, which was meant to be recited and heard. The Vedas, the epics like Ramayana and Mahabharata, the Puranas, the Dharmashastra texts, etc., or Buddhist literature like Buddhist Tripitakas, the Jatakas, or the Avadana stories, and the Jain literature like the Anga, Upanga, or Charita, that is Jain Puranas, etc., were written down on manuscripts over time. This religious literature provides us insight about the socio-economic political context in which they were composed. Sangama literature, which is the earliest literature from South India, or the plays, poetry, or the biographies, history written by Bhasa, Bharavi, Ashwaghosha, Kalidas, etc., that also provides us with the then socio-cultural, political, religious context. There have been many foreign travelers who visited India since ancient times, like Megasthenes, a Greek who visited North India in 3rd century BC, that is around 2300 years ago. These foreign travelers who have visited India since ancient times have written down their travel accounts, which provide us different information of ancient and medieval India. Of course, these different sources have to be studied in a holistic manner, that is corroborating the information gathered from these literary sources and archaeological sources wherever and whenever possible.